name's Roger Swift. Welcome to my channel, Retro Music Review UK, where I take songs from the past off CDs and review them and play them on an old-fashioned CD player, talk about the artwork and all that kind of thing. Now, this channel was neglected for a long time. I started it up and then never bothered making it, only made videos really periodically. I've now decided to, now the fact I'm a comedian, normally I'm a pub cleaner. I also do stand-up comedy on the comedy circuit and I run comedy gigs. COVID-19, as I make this, has rendered the stand-up comedy circuit and basically void. It's almost non-existent with what's going on. Therefore, I've decided to give up wasting hours of my life watching endless YouTube videos and talking crap on Facebook to people, and instead pull my finger out and make new videos on this channel. So the aim is to try and make at least 4 videos a week as a minimum, if not even more. So let's get the show on the road. Now, I will plug all my other things as well at the end of every video now. So we're going to do this one, and the last video I just did earlier on was Kenny Dope's dance record, and to show the contrast on this channel, we're going to do a rock song now. We're going to do this one. This is Sepultura's Ratamahatta. Now, this one's got a very, very infamous music video, which is like a sort of stop motion thing of like these like creatures, like it's like a forest and these creatures going through a forest. I'll put a link in the description. Yeah, if you know the video, you can't not listen and see the music video in your head because it's so out there. Now, I'm familiar with this song because I used to listen to the UK Top 40 really regularly, like every Sunday, like a religion when I was a teenager. And I remember this song charting very clearly and like being like, it was always a way when you put the Top 40 on a Sunday and you have this countdown. This is what I loved about it, even as a teenager. You get sometimes like really random curveballs in it, and you get like this really hard metal song or this really random drum and bass or just something utterly random that catches your attention. And this is one such example when this charted. And I also remember it being in the, it was appeared in the rock chart on the ITV chart show, the rock chart. I remember it, I think it was at #1 and they played it in one of them. I will get to that video one day on my Twitch channel. I'll give that a plug at the end. So, we are doing this, Ratamahatta by Sepultura. Now, what I can tell you about Sepultura, I'll talk about the artwork in a minute, but what I can tell you about them is they're from Brazil, aren't they? And I think, I'm not sure if the lyrics to this is actual gibberish or if he's singing, or he's in Portuguese. It's kind of like rap, and it's a kind of a mixture of rap and it's not really singing as such. There is singing in it, but it's just a guy yelling and rapping, and I don't know if it's actual Portuguese or gibberish or a mixture of both, but it's certainly, yeah, but you'll hear it when I play it in a minute. So what I can tell you is this is a Roadrunner. It's Roadrunner Records. I'll get it. Oh, there's the artwork right there, so you can see. Of course, they always these rock bands always have very, very interesting artwork. That's one thing that the rock bands always do, have interesting artwork. The inside the disc, we have that's what it looks like on the inside, which is, of course, that's the South Americas. And it says on there, there's more on the more of that artwork on the inside there. The back cover. This is one of them card slipcases. It's not in a plastic one. This is basically with these kind of ones, when it was a card in case it was all enclosed like that. If the actual spindles in the middle there break, you can't replace it, which is so you have to buy the whole thing again. Because I'm OCD about that in my collection. I absolutely must have it in not like mint condition, but in no cuts or rips or dents on it. So when it's one of those, blowing the illusion that I didn't record 2 videos in a row and just change my t-shirt to make it look like I didn't. Blowing the fantasy, breaking the fourth wall there. But no, when it's one of these plastic cases like this, if it breaks, you can easily just get replacements or just replace it with another one, and it's still authentic to me. But when these break, you can't. The only way is to buy it again, buy another one. Now, I didn't actually own this back in the day, obviously. I used to be at school with a guy. Maybe I've got him as a Facebook friend. I seriously doubt he'll ever watch these videos. I have met him in the pub once I work at. He actually comes into the pub I work at sometimes. A guy called David Rogers, or Cue Ball as we knew him at school. He was what we call a grebo, and he was really into his rock music as a teenager. And I know he used to be into this kind of stuff. So I knew it kind of and he mentioned how good it was, and was like, oh, that's a tune that is at the time. And I remember him talking about it a lot. as well. So that's but I didn't actually own this at the time. It's not the kind of thing I would have bought, teenage me would have bought at the time. I've since picked it up. I didn't, I bought a job lot on eBay. I bought a job lot of CD singles, and this was in it. It was obviously someone who was into their rock music at the time, and there was one. I've bought various different job lots over the years, some with dance records in, some with pop records in, and I remember I've bought a few where there was like rock and indie stuff in it, so obviously this is a former collection of someone who was into their rock music, and I hung on to this one. Okay, so let's get playing it now. This is rock music, as I said, so don't be shocked or blown away. This is very much in the hard rock genre, for lack of a better term, and it's I don't know if it's repeat fourth time I've said it. Is it Portuguese? Is it gibberish? I don't know. So let's get it playing it. The other tracks, incidentally, if anyone gives a shit, there's the B-sides there, which are Ratamahatta, War, Slave New World, pun, Live, so that's obviously one of their other songs, that's the live version of it, and Amen / Inner Self Live. So obviously these are two live versions of former songs or tracks on one of their other albums. I don't know, I'm not as expert on Sepultura's complete discography like I am with Manic Street Preachers. So here we go, let's play this baby, here we go. We have a bit of chant at the start. This is just that's Brazilian chant, I assume. Here we go, now we're in. And you've got all those, I assume this is South American. I assume that's actually, well, I know that's like South American drum. Someone's going to take that out of context. Someone's going to take that clip and put it out of context. I want to be moshing now. I want to be like a rock concert. Is that Portuguese or is that gibberish? I don't know. I like it though. It's just the thing. I like this. I genuinely do. I'm not sure if I could put like a whole CD of this kind of music on and like listen to it all day, every day, but I like it in doses. I can hear the anger. Yeah, I like that sort of frustration and anger to it. And I like that. And I've got the music video in my head. It's like they said, these like creatures. There's a link in the description. Now, teenage me would have been listening to the top 40 back in 1996 when this came out. So I was 13 on a Sunday afternoon hearing this, and this just like was, it was a proper what TF moment. When stuff like this, you're listening to pop music and dance records, and this pops in. Yeah. Okay, we're going into the bridge now. Yeah, it's rock music, but it's like mixed with this sort of Brazilian. I won't use the word folk. What's the word? It's not folk music. It's the world music. I don't know. Okay, we're getting a bit of a calm now before we get to the bridge, as the bridge kicks in. I think this might be the radio edit. I think for some reason I've got it. It doesn't say radio edit, but it could be a radio edit. That is the band on the back there, by the way. That's what the band themselves are like. Ooh, someone groaning there. In memory of Robert Nessa Marley and all other third world people that fight for their freedom, it says on the back, Is that who that is? I don't know. I mean, someone in the comments at some point in the future might tell me. I think we're near the end of the song. I think this is just the coda at the end. Yeah, that was the coda at the end. That's actually quite short, 3 minutes and 13 seconds. That's not a particularly long song for a rock song. I would have a guess that that's actually just a radio edit, and this is probably longer on the album. But it's not something I'd seek, you know, not something a Sepultura album is not one I go to great lengths to actually, like, you know, hunt out and find. If I ever find it in the wild in a charity shop or in the car boot zone, you know, for like £1 or less, I'd buy stuff like that because it's just, you know, I like kind of anything like that I'd buy, but you know, yeah. So that was Sepultura's Ratamahatta from 1996. If you are a fan of this channel, please hit subscribe. There'll be more videos. I pulled my finger out. Going to do a lot more content now. If you are also interested, I have a Twitch account, which is Roger Swift 1983. That's my real name and my birth year. On that channel, I have very bad attempts at Mortal Kombat 1 speed runs on the Super Nintendo. I do Mario Kart Wii. That's another passion of mine. Mario Kart Wii races, and do by pointless banter as I'm playing them. Also going to do various clips from old TV shows, including The Chart Show and old commercials from the 90s and the 80s and that. That's all going to be over on my Twitch channel, so please go there if that kind of thing interests you over time. But this channel was exclusively be retro music. I'm also going to do vlog style videos as well as these reviews as well on here. Also, if you want to go and find me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/roger.swift.79, every Sunday I do a list of things I didn't know this time last week to my webcam. It's a thing I do where I just talk about between 4 and sometimes up to 10 random complete things I found out that I didn't know this time last week. That has its own small fan base of other comedians. It isn't on my YouTube channel. It isn't on my Twitch. I will exclusively keep that on my Facebook wall. So if you want to keep me on Facebook and want to watch me talk bollocks on those, please do. So, otherwise, as always, please hit subscribe if you want to subscribe to this channel. And peace out.